felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
53, fly. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check 99.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Echo. Ready?
From the gun, Purdy, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
A 35-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Christian McCaffrey, 96 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Gun.
Cousins now. Setting up the screen for Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First down, London.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check, 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 check.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Got a man, it's Brown. A big play there. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're firing. That's a big gain. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. You draw quarters.
No. Hey, one set.
Check 5.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
Check. Watch 54.
Pilot 64. Weak. Bravo.
Slam.
Now.
Looking to throw on second down. Purdy quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. Purdy. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth.
53's the mic. 53.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And as a result, possession switches hands.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Cousins gives way to Cook. Down right around the 25. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go. Gun.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 9. Cousins looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Whitehead there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw is Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Looking to throw. Purdy. And it's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they're in decent field position and throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, Haywood.
Tone, fellas, let's set a tone. Check, 53.
Ready?
2nd and 2. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, shelter.
From the gun on 3rd down. Purdy. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
70, Indy.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Foxtrot, 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Purdy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54.
Hey, orbit.
Now Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves,
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
how did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and
again,
again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Amir Abdullah, the 20, 10, touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his first touchdown of the new season, and his guys have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
60 Pittsburgh. X3, 218, chop.
On 3rd down, Purdy. He gets this one to Johnson. They'll get 7 out of it, but it brings up a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. With it is Brown. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, London.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go, here we go.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And this is beginning to border on dominance. Another strong run that picks up a first down. You've got to wonder if the defense coordinator is wondering, do I even go to goal line defense in any situation now to try and slow down this running game?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw, Cousins, eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Gostkowski, the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's some guy that got to be.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option. But let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Lead it, 48.
And here we go. 54.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Cousins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Back to throw. Purdy. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll run with McCaffrey.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw. Purdy. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, Abdullah. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They go back to Abdullah on first. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 25 yards that time. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing, Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Box, right.
Check 3, check 3.
Hey, exit. 2.
Back to throw. Purdy. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
60 or.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready?
Second and 5. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Looking to throw. Purdy. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down, London.
To high. Ready?
51 to mine. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on them.
Moving the ball and